Good morning and welcome to our presentation. My name is František and together with Daniel we would like to describe our solution called Customer Analytics in Kolonia Press. Kolonia is a printing company based in Kolín, Czech Republic, and they are specializing in printing labels. They are on the market for more than 25 years and their turnover is more than $500 million Czech crown. But Kolonia has one big problem, and that is that they are losing customers. Every single year, they lose more than 150 customers, which is approximately 10% of their portfolio. But this is only the effect, not the root cause of the problem. The root cause is that their sales department uses reactive instead of proactive sales strategy. But actually, we have a solution for them. Our solution consists of 3 dashboards or reports with focus on different types of topics, such as customer lifetime value, activity of the customer, or the most important detailed and aggregated view on each customer. Our solution is easy to use, so that means that the sales department can easily identify whether the customer is active, inactive, or maybe leaving, when it's the right time to start the retention campaign. We do not rely only on internal data, but we enrich our data sets with the external one via the RESTful API from RS, which is run by Czech government, in order to always have up-to-date information. Moreover, we added value-added tax checker, which means that there will be an alert if the customer of Kolonia has some problem with paying the value-added tax. Now, let's have a look on our solution. This is the first dashboard, and as you can see, it's the dashboard with focus on KPIs, so the user can easily identify what is the state of the customer and have some insights into the data. Second one aims for the activity. As you can see, you can easily identify whether the customer is active, inactive, or maybe leaving the company, which is the right time to start the retention campaign, as acquiring a new one can cost more. Over to you, Daniel.
Thank you, František. We believe our solution can change the way Kolonia sees their clients. There are 2 main benefits we want to mention. Firstly, we significantly reduce time to insight. It means there's basically no effort needed to get the insight about Kolonia's clients. And with the customer analytics, management can now see the number of clients and orders in specific period. Moreover, their sales representatives can now see details of specific client, such as who the client is, when does he typically order, and what is the average amount spent per an order. We also included a metric called customer lifetime value, which is a metric standardly used in e-commerce that shows the most valuable clients in their portfolio. Now I would like to talk about our architecture briefly. The analysis is based on data from the ERP system called Helios, enriched with external data provided by through APIs by the Czech Ministry of Finance. These registers provide standard information about client, such as the establishment date, as well as the information whether the client pays their value-added tax on time. Today, Kolonia can see their clients in a whole new perspective. To illustrate the impact of this solution, board members will discuss the outcome of this project on their next meeting in July. We believe this was a valuable lesson both for Kolonia and our team. We have learned and met the challenge of the real business project, that not everything goes as planned, and you always have to other option in your back pocket. Colonia now know the impact of data project both from technical and business point of view. Yet, the biggest challenge is still to come. We have provided a tool that can change the way Colonia sees their clients. And now it is up to them to leverage this tool to its fullest potential. To get a better insight of what is going on and to transform the business from reactive to proactive one. Thank you for your attention, and we are looking forward to your questions.
Thank you for the presentation. I really liked the intro, and the description of the problem was very well, so thank you for that. You mentioned at the very end of the presentation that now the board will come together and discuss the outcome of the project. So are they going to discuss the implementation of the tool, or did you also maybe provide some set of recommendations based on what you found in the data?
Yeah, they will discuss the tool itself and also the issues we have faced to adapt to more data projects in order to deal with them in a better way than this project. But we did not prepare any recommendations. We just created a reporting tool that can show them a new perspective that they never had before.
And as part of the reporting tool that you have developed, I saw a lot of, let's say, transparency KPIs, visualizations, etc. But did you also maybe think about implementing some consolidated KPI that is looking at all the different factors and then showing some sort of, let's say, customer health index? So the sales representative is more apt at identifying which customers are going to leave, which ones are, let's say, happy at the moment.
So at this time, we did the testing phase, or we are planning to do the testing phase. But to be more precise, we developed the solution based on the requirements. And after we do testing and deploying this solution into the production, then maybe the company will have to or will want to add some more KPIs, and we can develop it.
So unfortunately, we didn't do testing since there was a problem with Colonia's tenant, and until now we didn't get Power BI accounts. So when we get these accounts, then we can do testing part. So that's definitely a next step.
Okay, thank you.
Hello team, thank you for the presentation. Two questions come to my mind. One, you described the problem, which is the company is losing 150 customers a year, if I remember.
Yes, 150 customers every single year.
Every single year. Now, you made a claim right after that the reason behind that is a non-proactive sales.
Yes.
Now, how did you get to that conclusion?
At this time, what we know from the Colonia is that they don't have analytics tool. So if I give you an example, at this time, their sales team just taking the orders and doing the calculations. But they are not alerted when some customer, like the average spend of the customer, significantly decreased. They don't know about it because they don't have any analytical solution. They only react and not do the proactive sales strategy.
But not because they would be non-proactive people, but because they miss something.
They don't have a solution for that.
I see. So the reason behind, if I understand it right, the reason behind the problem of losing the customer is not having relevant data at the time about the customer.
Yes. The data are available, but they are in the ERP system, and it will take a lot of time to get the insight from that. Our benefit is that we significantly reduce the time to gain the insight into the data, so they can proactively start using the tool and save the customers before the leaving. Because in printing industry, it usually takes some time, for example, months, when you change one vendor to another, because it's not a commodity.
There is going to be the head of sales sitting at the board meeting in November, or when you said it?
in I think it's July 2022.
And that salesperson is going to hear from the tool presentation that his sales team is not proactive. He's not going to be happy about that, but he might connect about the problem definition as what you just described, that there is a missing insight into what's actually happening behind the customer lifecycle.
And that's exactly the point I mentioned at the end of the presentation. Now it's up to them to leverage this tool and to implement it and change the way Colonia works.
I'll stop poking. Thank you. Now the second question. How does it differ from other CRM tools?
Okay, Colonia has option, of course. As I mentioned, they implemented the ERP system in Helios starting this year. But when you compare our solution and the solution of buying a CRM, there are two main problems. First one is the price, because it's very pricey, and the second problem is the time of implementation. The estimation time for the implementation of CRM system is approximately 1 year to 1.5 years, but this solution was developed in approximately 1.5 months, I would say. Yeah, and also the cost-benefit ratio is for our project much more better, I would say.
And is there a reason to that year estimation? Meaning, if I go and pick Pipedrive or Salesforce, which usually has time to value in about few hours, what is the thing that prevents it on implementing it earlier than 1 year?
I'm not sure if I understand your question right, but your question was why the implementation takes 1.5 years?
Of tools that are traditionally focused on delivering the value in way less than that.
At this time, the company is, as I said, on the market for more than 25 years. And at this time, they have lots of data, and just replacing the ERP system or the core system was, I think, project for more than 1.5 years.
I see. So the ancient architecture of the company is the preventing force.
Yes,
I
you
will
are correct.
add that one big disadvantage to this solution, that there is also risk of vendor lock-in, because it would be a CRM from Helios solution. So,
thank you.
Thank you for an interesting presentation. I was wondering, CLV has many ways of calculating it. Are you looking just at historic data, or are you predicting it? And same with churn. Is there then some alerting system that the customer is likely to churn? Because sometimes there could be sequence of events which indicates that. So is it something that you took into account, and how did you do it with SQL if you didn't use Python at all?
Okay, so at this time, the dashboards are developed based on the requirements from Colonia. So at this time, we are using the customer lifetime value, and as you said, there are so many ways how to calculate this measure, but we are using the metric calculation what the Colonia provide for us, and this is how it is like at this time, and we are not predicting, but we are only, the calculation is based only on the previous data, but they can easily identify some outliers in terms of behavior, because as I presented, there was a graph of trend, and they can see if the customer has downside trend or upside trend. If the trend is downside, they can easily decide maybe there is some problem with the customer, start the retention campaign, as acquiring a new customer can cost more.
So what you are saying, does it mean that the salesperson has to go customer by customer, look at the dashboard, there is no like alerting system, your customer is about to churn, or your customer usually orders, I don't know, once every quarter, and the expected order is missing? So there's no automated solution like that, it's still half manual, so to
I would say that's at this time it's half manual, but as I present in the dashboard, there is also a table when there is written the last day of the order. So they can easily see if the order is, for example, 2 months ago, they can easily decide, or maybe thinking the order should come, and if there is a problem, they can call the customer and ask them if they want to order something. Mm-hmm. So at this time, it's not automatically, but maybe
so it's not the last version.
It's not the last version,
Okay.
but we will iterate more maybe in the future.
Thank you.
We have to finish, but last quick question. If the board meets and says, yes, we want to take what you guys are doing, does it actually mean that this is going to go to production?
I would say yes.
Who's going to take care of it?
Our team.
All right, good luck with that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That's exciting.